Well, thanks again for agreeing to beta test these files for evaluation. As you'll see here, I've made 3 folders for each of you. One for Jeff for social studies, one for Sean for ELA, and Bob's folder that has the teachers that he needs to evaluate on the first semester. So I've listed all the files. Everybody has the same files in each. What we need to do is we need to concentrate on putting the information into the evaluation form, and the form is here and the responses fall here. Now you can work in the form or you can work in the spreadsheet in the responses and then grab the form from there. Choice is yours. You could get to the form either way. You could either through the form itself or through the spreadsheet by clicking on form and then go to live form. So I have a form that I've already started to create, and I want to show it to you. This is an evaluation that I started, and the evaluation is done in pages. It takes the information from the evaluation form that we have from OCE, and I put it into a Google Doc. Then I brought it into a form itself. So we have here the information from the first page, and there's a progress bar down the bottom here, so you'll be able to see. So I've completed this. Here is the Catholic identity section and our domain 1 planning and preparation, domain 2, domain 3, domain 4, and then getting into the final area. Now I've left this information blank here. I wanted to show you how you can do part of the form and then leave it and come back at a later date. So if we fill this information in, we fill the previous information in on our visit, then we can do the last pages here with the overall evaluation and things. We could do those at a later date. So what we would want to do here is to submit the form, and when we submit this form, it's going to give us a link so that we can come back and edit it at a later date. So we click on submit, and now you want to make sure that you click on this edit your responses. You want to make sure that you have this link here, and you're going to click on that link, and then we'll open up the form again, and now it's giving you a copy of your information. It's already complete, and you could advance through and get to the page that you need to, or if you need to make changes to the information, you could go ahead and make them here. So once you're at this edit your responses page again, you want to save this link so that you can come back. Make sure that you use a name that you will be able to identify and recognize so that you will come back into the right form. So we click on our bookmark, and I am going to put my evaluation form in my stuff folder, and I'm going to call this evaluation I'm a teacher 4, because I have several in here already. And I click done, and now we'll see in my stuff, here it is, so that I could come back and pick it up at a later date. I will close this window now, leave this page, and when I'm ready to come back to it at a later date, I will go back into my stuff, pick up the link that I had, and it will bring me back right into the file, the same form. And now I could advance through and get to the page that I need to make the changes in. Now, when I get to the last page, which is where my changes are when I'm ready to submit the form, advance through, get to the evaluation report here, and there's the fields here to put in the dates. Now I put a calendar in here, so if we click on the drop down arrow, the calendar pops up. Our dates for the first semester were September the 25th, so we could use the arrow back to September, pick up the 25th, and then the end date is February the 5th. So we come back into the end in the calendar, February the 5th, and then the dates of the visits. How many dates when did we visit? We need to list those dates in the evaluation. So I'm going to, you can see I've done several of them here in practicing. I'll take these as my dates. Click continue. Now on the last page, we have to fill in this information for the overall justification, commendations, and professional development. I've already done this in a separate file. I'm going to copy this information in to save time. I will copy this information into the form, and we will see then how it generates the merge document for our teacher and for OCE. We'll put this information in. This will wrap it up. Now I could hit submit again. This will submit the file, and I will be able to then go into my evaluation, and you see it here. Here's the evaluation that I just submitted. The time is 8:39, which you can see is correct, and the date is January the 3rd. So now if I scroll across, I can see that I have all of my information in here. All of the fields are represented. Let me make this a little easier for us to read. We will wrap the text. So this is the information that we had keyed into the form itself. Up top here are the column headings. The column headings represent the fields in the form. So now we want to generate the final report. And we do this by clicking on the add-ons button up top here. You'll see the add-ons, and then we go to Autocrat. In Autocrat, we select Launch, and this will open up a sidebar for us. And I've already set this up with your information that you need, along with the email that will also be sent to the teacher. Now you can feel free to change these emails. If you need help doing that, let me know, and I will be able to walk you through how to make changes to personalize the email, or make some additions and include other fields, and whatever it is that you would like to do to make you more comfortable with using it. So we click on this test eval merge, and let's take a quick look at the edit. I'll edit the merge first, just so that you can see what's going on behind the scenes quickly. This is going to bring up a window for us where we will be able to see what fields are going to be used in our form, and the form that we're going to use for this one is going to be the test eval form. So if we have several forms that we use in different for different instances, we can choose them here. So here we'll take a look. We're going to keep everything the same. You're not making any changes here. This is everything that you need for your report, and you click save. And when you're doing a report, you don't even need to you don't even need to run this piece. I'm just showing you what's going on in the background. It's going to send an email to the teacher. The file is going to be saved with the teacher's name and the date of the report. It's going to be a PDF file so that they can't change the report. It's going to be mailed to the teacher, and then here's a copy of the information that's going to be in the email. Now I've included this for you also here in a file called Autocrat Info, and it has the fields that you're going to use to mail the file, and also the contents of the email. That's in your folder. Each of you have a copy of that. Now if we come back in here, we click save, just so we're past that now. I just wanted you to see what was going on. We really don't need that. You're not going to be going in there. When you come into this, you're going to pick your evaluation. You highlight your evaluation, and then just click the Run Merge button. And when you click the Run Merge button, it's going to merge the information in your file, put it into the OCE form, and email a copy of that to the teacher. And the teacher is instructed to review it, make any changes, or if they have any changes, they can make arrangements to talk to you about it. And then they will print a copy, sign it, give it back to you. You'll sign it, make copies for OCE. So this will take a few minutes depending on what you have going on. It's saying that it's merged two jobs because I had two forms in here that I did not that I needed reports from work that I've been doing and practicing with it, and now it's done. So now we can take a look at what the form looks like. We click preview. And I have 3 forms in this. I think I have 3 forms in here. And this is an old one that I did in practicing. I did a Newman-Goretti one. I just wanted to make sure that the additional fields came up as well. This is the little flower one. That was another one I did in practice. One of the many. And then the next one should be the one we did this morning. And here it is. The date of the report is 1/4, and that's the one we did this morning. And Father Jack completed so we remember all this information that we did. And this is what the form looks like. It looks very similar to the OCE form. You see there are no page breaks here. The page breaks are in the actual file. But it gives you the sources of evidence, the justification for the rating itself, and then we get down to the last page. You have the period, the beginning and end date, overall rating, dates of the visit, the date of the report, and then the information that we had. So let's take a look now at what this would look like on the teacher end. When this was generated, the teacher gets an email. So let's switch over and take a look at the teacher's email, because the copy was sent to G. Carboni. So if we take a look now in my email, I should have a copy of the file, an email that's giving me a link to the file itself. Here it is. This was this morning. You can open this, and you'll see here that here's a copy of the letter. This was the email that was sent. And then if we open up this file, this is a copy of the PDF file that's generated from the report. And this is what will get sent to OCE. And this, you can see this looks exactly like the OCE file that they've given us to work with in Word format. This is done in Google Docs. Then getting it generates a PDF file. And we would print this out. Teacher would, we would sign here. Teacher would sign a date down the bottom, and then we would make our copies and give them to, send them to OCE. If you have any questions, please see me. Make arrangements either way to see me this week so that I could go over. There's a couple other things that this file will do that I didn't get involved with in this video explaining, but we do have another piece to it, and I wanted you to see how it generates the file, how quickly it works, the ease of working with it, and take a look at it, play with it. All of your information is in the files for each of your individual teachers that you had to evaluate for the first semester. I put that information in with their name and email address. Everything is there in your forms so that you don't need to make any adjustments there. You will need to adjust for the second semester. If you decide to use this tool in the second semester, then we would have to work on getting your information in for the teachers that you need to evaluate in the second semester as well. Okay. Thank you very much for agreeing to beta test this information, these files, and I look forward to working with you and meeting with you this week to explain it, the second piece of it, and answer any questions that you may have after taking a look at the file. Okay, thank you very much again, and you guys have a good day, and I will see you this week. Hope you enjoyed your holiday. Have a good one.